to continue on, I guess, third video now. People keep coming in and interrupting me, but if you're researching this, then you're discovering things about yourself, or you've known already for a long time, like me, and you're just needing some positive feedback, or looking for answers, or just want to hear somebody else talk about the things that you're going through, or the things that you've experienced, or the things about yourself that you don't get to talk to people about. And I kind of weird on these videos. I'm not as charismatic and dynamic, but I guess I'll get that the more I get comfortable. It's just weird seeing my own face and my expressions um, on here. It's really weird, but I want to get comfortable doing these, and this is just an introduction, kind of. I guess I'm gonna probably make a channel and try to reach out to people, and topics of discussion will be like awakening, spiritual awakening, maybe some politics, even stuff about witches, witchcraft, because I've dabbled in those things. Stuff about even the occult that they've been talking about, because I have some inside knowledge on that. Some stuff about empaths, the different type of empaths, different type of sociopaths, different type of narcissists, how to deal with certain situations, how I've dealt with them, how, and just about myself and my experiences, my history, and why I feel so different from everybody else. Not that I'm, you know, trying to be all about me, but the reason I'm doing this is because I am different, and I want to meet people that are different and can kind of share knowledge and experiences and stories with me, and help me grow, help me see things in a different perspective, maybe, or even just help with the fact that this is real. This stuff's real, and people should be more aware of it, even if you don't necessarily have the same abilities as me, or on the same level, or anything else like that. Just the fact that you know you're different, and your self-awareness is there, and you want to maybe even discover more about yourself. I I want to be the best version of me, and I know sometimes I get kind of vain, and think, oh, I'm awesome, how could I get better than this? But then I take a look around at my situation, and the environments I put myself in, and the choices that I've made to get myself here, and I don't feel like, even at 40 years old, that I've gotten where I need to be, not even close, because of all the setbacks I put myself through. Still, I can be vain sometimes and be like, oh, I'm the shit, it doesn't matter, I choose this, so it's great. No, most days it's not great. Most days it's just figuring out where I want to go. For a while now, I've been on a plateau. Like I said, I just had an awakening, like, really recently. And before that, I've spent, like, I don't want to say 4 years of darkness, but it's been about 4 or 5 years of where I've plateaued and kind of just crawled back into a corner, and I've never done that before. I've never like been very quiet and non-responsive and non-practicing in certain things. But one reason I know for a fact, the reason I have been that way is because of the man I was with for 8 years passed away in 2017. The guy that I was with for a while, and he was the best person, I can tell you, best relationship I had. And he passed away in his sleep, and they never figured out what killed him. Um, then I went straight into a relationship with a true, pure, I should use the word pure, narcissist. And up until that point, I thought I knew everything because, I was raised by narcissists. I had family members. I was even married into a family of sociopaths and narcissists. But I knew they were bad. But up until the point of this relationship, I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what their names or their labels were. I didn't know the severity of their damage. I didn't realize that this thing was a sickness or a disorder. And until I got with this man that I'm with now, I had no idea how bad it really is. Like, I've experienced the narcissist mom, the narcissist brothers and sisters, the clannish type of narcissist in a family dynamic like that. I've never experienced one to this extent in a relationship. And it's been the most damaging setback. And I'm not playing the victim, but because I have equally, I guess, it's not the damage from him that has really caused me to be withdrawn. It's the damage I've caused myself, it's the damage I have done to him. It's the damage that I reflect from his behavior that has scared me and kind of withdrawn me from proceeding with progressing and growth in my life. And it's truly scary that something like that can have that kind of effect on a person like me to change their confidence level. And I mean, when I say confidence level, my confidence has not gone anywhere. I use it when I want to, but I'm not like out there anymore. I'm pretty withdrawn. I'm pretty cut off, isolated. And I've gone through the steps of what happens in a narcissistic relationship. And I realize that anybody, even a super empath or a heyoka, will experience these things if they're not careful, if they don't understand. And the real damage doesn't come from the narcissist, it comes from yourself, because it flips a switch in you to become the sociopathic, the most deadliest narcissist that you could possibly imagine. And nobody talks about it. No empath, these empath communities, these groups that I've been a part of, wants to talk about how strong an empath is and what they're capable of when they're attacked, when they're faced with a super narcissist or a covert narcissist, of how powerful and how cutthroat you can become. And in those instances, I kind of lost the other side for a while. It felt like the empathic side, the kind, the healing, the the person that likes to see the goodness in everything. Yeah, I felt like I started becoming him that, but again, not to be vain. I guess it sounds vain and I'll come across vain, but I'm better at it than he is. And that's what scares me. Sometimes I'm taken aback by my own actions, my own words, and how I could destroy him if I really wanted to. And I've come close, but I haven't quite done it. I haven't pulled the trigger. And it's scary. And I guess that's what my next video is going to be about, because that's what I'm going through now. And until this recent new awakening of my own, I've decided going forward that I'm not going to live this lifestyle anymore, that I'm not going to be the narcissist all the time. I'm not going to be the sociopath. I'm not going to let anybody's actions make me something I don't like to be. Yes, I have those qualities, and yes, there's I don't know anybody better than me at using those qualities, which is scary. I don't want to be her all the time unless I have to be, you know. But when you're going on a day-to-day thing with a super narcissist, it kind of becomes like who you are too, when you're having to use those qualities to keep yourself in check, to keep yourself from being the victim, from dissolving non-existence, because that's what the narcissist does to regular people. They crush them. Most people don't come back from it very well. And when a narcissist gets in a relationship with a super empath or a heyoka, it can be it's some serious SHIT explosive kind of. The dynamics are so hellish. They're so evil. They're so bad. And I've never seen in my life where things can be so evil and so bad, and then 10 minutes later it's quiet and there's nothing going on. And then the narcissist acts like it never happened. Never happened. Didn't happen. But you're the bad guy. And he's the good guy. And he's using that to file in his arson to use against you in the next episode. But when you're messing with an empath, it doesn't go quite as planned for them, and then they get wore out, they get tired, and they're not getting the supply that they need. Their ego gets busted up almost every day, especially if they want to go into their tirades or their tantrums, and the empath busts them up again and again. But in this relationship, it's yet to cave, which I don't understand, because at first I hadn't reached the point of the switch. First 2 years, I've been with him 4 years. Second 2 years, let me tell you, a normal person, they'd be in a mental institution. Narcissists are some serious destructors. They're some serious destroyers of identity, of soul, of feelings, of emotion, of self-worth, confidence, anything good within you. They take it out and they dissect it and then they stomp on it. Anything you feel good about yourself and they know it, give them any inklings of any kind of weakness. If they know your weaknesses, they use them against you constantly. They file them in a file and they remember your words to a T, turn around, and they know you can't confide in them. They aren't listening intently and trying to give you advice and comfort you. They're listening for their next way to pick you apart, their next way to destroy you, their next way to make you feel inferior and worthless. And a super narcissist, these creatures, man, they know what they're extremely, extremely intelligent. They know what they're doing. Don't think for 1 second they don't know when they're withholding sex and they're withholding attention and they're withholding any kind of compliment. They know you want one. They know you're fishing for one. And if they know, they're going to use it against you. All your wants and desires are used against you. All those things you've told them in confidence, they're going to use them against you. And then it goes quiet, goes blank, and they act like nothing ever happened after one of these huge explosions. And they go to love bombing you again. Everything's fine. Ooh, heart emoji. Ooh, hey baby, good morning. After a night of crying yourself to sleep because the pain is so intense that they inflict on you. And what's worse for me is that I see through all the bullshit. I knew his game when he started it, and still here I am. But I can give it back to him. And I do. But it's exhausting. It's exhausting to go head to head with a super narcissist almost every day. So, I mean, it's not every day, sometimes. But sometimes it can be every day. Sometimes it's once a week. On good time period, it's like once every couple of weeks. And even though you've put your heartfelt emotions out to him and you've told him what's wrong in the relationship and what you need to change and what he needs to change, and you know you're not the narcissist. You know why I know I'm not the narcissist? Because I care. Because I want to reach him. Because I want him to care about me. Because I want him to give the good emotions back. Because even though my narcissistic qualities come out and I'm cutthroat, I still have empathy and I still feel sorry for him. And what keeps me here is my guilt for what I put him through, for what I've said to him, for the things that keep me up at night. That I know that this man was emotionally destroyed at an early age, and that's what created him. And I have to use that against him to get him to back off of me. And yes, I can see that he knows he's dealing with somebody that he's never dealt with before, but it's like he's addicted to it. And I have no idea why. Just like why I do know why I stay, because of the guilt. I stay because I feel sorry for him. Because I know he's a traumatized little person in there and he needs help. But narcissists, all the research I've done, everything I've looked into, everybody I've talked to, everything, they can't be healed. They don't change. The difference between me and him is I can turn the narcissistic parts off and become the empath again. He cannot. He doesn't have the empath. He doesn't have the empathy. He doesn't have the sympathy. He doesn't feel anything but envy and jealousy. He doesn't feel anything but that pure evilness to destroy somebody, to make himself feel better. Because if someone's lesser than him, then he feels like he's a better person. Because somewhere along the way, something traumatized him to make him feel like he was nothing. And that's his self-defense mechanism in overdrive. And it kills their soul. They have no soul. They have this persona. They create this person they want to be, but they truly aren't. They create these qualities that aren't real. They don't really feel these qualities. They don't know these qualities. They just watch it and just like mimic it. They mimic things that they see that gets them attention. And they're so jealous and envious of people, especially people with special abilities like me. They're very, very jealous. I make, I'm hilarious. I'll just say something about me. I'm a funny person. I can make anybody laugh. I'm kind of, I don't know, but I'm a funny person and it just comes to me. And when I'm in groups, when I'm around people, and it might be at the expense of some other people sometimes, but they hate that. They hate when someone else gets attention. But to the next video.